One more episode with the City Life Monk, getting into deep thoughts and questions one more time. Welcome to the 22nd episode of Unboxing Stories. This is Shivam Hasurkar. I had to bring Niranjan Patil back on this podcast to share his philosophical ideologies, which gives me and many of us the reality checks which we need in our life. Just to give a background, Niranjan Patil has completed his engineering from PICT College in 2021 and currently is working with his friends building up a startup in its initial phase. Yeah, this guy is an extreme source of energy. I can feel it, and he has some insane thoughts, questions, answers to for those questions, and how to live a perfect balanced life with a monk like thinking is what we are here to explore. So we have already done one episode with him. It was about how he started his engineering days and how did he realize that he wouldn't want to continue on the same path, but he has shared some extreme experiences that he had in his life, how he has sorted out his life from literally there's a drastic shift inside him. He has simplified life into four basic things, which is dharma, moksha, artha, and stri or purush. So this is as he has also explained a simple picture on the front cover of Bhagavad Gita into a deep meaning of life. Just go to that episode and listen to it. Both the episodes are not related in any sense, but I'll still suggest go through both the episodes one after the another. It just doesn't feel like stopping when I'm having a conversation with this guy, which is why this episode is a bit too long, but I know it's worth that. In the initial part, we have kept it simple conversations, but slowly it gets into the big questions of life. Sit back and let's get on with the episode. Niranjan Patil, welcome back on the podcast.
Thank you so much, Shivam, for having me once again on this podcast, and I'm really excited this time to be here with you today.
Yeah.
So let's discuss some different topics than previous one.
Yeah.
So let's.
Frankly speaking, there were a lot of people who told me, when are you getting Niranjan back on the podcast to talk about the other half that we were not able to discuss entirely in the previous podcast. I would like to start from the way you have maintained your physique and the workout you do, the exercises you never drain out of energy. I assume. So even when we were playing badminton or anything, when you started, you were not knowing much of the game. We were playing from like 1 year or so, and you then joined with us. But even in that time, you had the greatest stamina among all four of us. And how have you built this up? And what was your philosophy thinking about exercise? Why do you wake up every day and go for it?
So why we should exercise? That's a uh, very, I guess, pointless question. Every car needs a maintenance.
Yes.
So human body needs exercise in the same way that car needs some maintenance.
Yeah.
And why do I exercise? I had an interest in playing sports. I was in sports from my childhood. Kabaddi to be exact. I was a defender in a kabaddi and kabaddi captain of my school team as well.
Wow.
So from there you have to have that physical strength because that's a sport of a physical strength.
Yes.
You have to have that. So I started doing some push-ups and everything. But the point is exercise. I didn't knew that time that exercise is gonna help me to grow mentally also. I thought it was just a physical thing, and if you had that power, you have that what we say stamina and everything. You play that sport well, and that was my intention at that time to only to get to that kabaddi, nothing else. But eventually, it helped me in mental growth also. I can say that.
How would you mark it? Could you just elaborate a bit on how it helped you mentally? At what point you realized that, yeah, my mental strength have also increased due to this exercises or this workout?
So, see, you have to exercise daily. If you're scheduling, you're exercising daily. You need that willpower to execute that schedule.
Yes.
Basically, so you're practicing discipline.
Yeah.
Okay. Most hardest thing is to discipline yourself. We usually say that if you are disciplined and everything from our eating habits to exercise, we lack that freedom of choices. We say that we can't live fully. We are not free enough. But if you think about it, it's the exact opposite. The only ones who are disciplined enough are free in their life.
Yeah.
Everyone else is slave to their mind.
Yes.
Because they can choose what to do.
That's one way to put it.
That's one way to put it. So you choose to exercise, you execute it. That needs willpower. So to do that daily, that builds up discipline eventually, and no explanation needed. But discipline is everything, I guess.
Being consistent.
Being consistent.
No matter what. No matter where are you. Being consistent.
Discipline is all you require. Motivation helps you to start anything, but without discipline you can't achieve anything.
Of course.
Exercising helps you in that way. And another thing, confidence. You have a strength, so you have that confidence. You can speak for yourself, you can stand for yourself, and that gives you that immense confidence, because people will listen to you if you have strength. Okay, because your opinion matters at that time. In sports,
when a person with good physique comes and stand before you and tries to put something, everyone pays attention. But
especially in kabaddi, if a person with strength stands there and challenges you, you should take him seriously. Okay.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
So how did it started? Like you usually what's your daily routine? You work out off the gym, or what is your opinion on gyms and open ground workout?
So I'm not that strict schedule guy. I just do physical activities. It's might be a sport, might be a swimming, push-ups, running, anything, whatever pleases me. The only thing constant was I tried to push to the limits in strength or in stamina, so that it will. My only motive was to get better at sport.
Okay.
That's the thing. And in sport, I think every extra rep or every extra strength matters.
Yes.
Yeah, it shows up.
It builds up your endurance.
It builds up endurance, and if you are lacking that, you can feel it in the game you have played recently. Yes. So that's the only case. And today the main motive for exercising is to look good. But the problem is, so we get occupied with those thoughts about exercising, about diet. But we forget that we are building good physique so that we can work. Okay, we are not we are not working to do we are not following good habits. We are not exercising to look good. We are following that to work properly in our social hierarchy or social environment.
Yeah,
that's the main motive of exercise, so that this machine can run for a longer time.
Yes.
You can say that in another words. That's the only motive behind any physical activity, that this is not a life. Eating healthy is not a life.
Of course.
Doing exercise is not a life. You have to do that in order to function properly in your society.
Of course.
But what we usually do is our entire focus changes from our working schedule to that immensely strict workout routine and eating habits. So there is the problem. Fitness isn't phase of a life. I'm following this diet for a week. I'm doing exercise.
Yes.
It isn't a phase of a life. It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. Rightly.
You have to exercise. Often, I don't say daily. Once in a weekly. Anything. Just don't quit. That's the key. Just don't quit. However, you might feel that this is the way you're going to engage yourself physically. Yeah, that's the way.
Great. Yeah. Moving on, I would like to, apart from exercise and your physique, you have sharpened your mind with all those books. We have covered a short segment of books in the last podcast too, but there were a few questions that I wanted to just personally, like it's your personal opinion and your personal liking. We want to know. You have read from mythological books, habit building books, and novels. Everything you have gone through. I would like to know which was the best book that you think there is.
If I have to pick up instantly, I guess Sriman Yogi comes to my mind before anything else, because I admire this personality very much in my life. So I guess that's the point. But the main problem with books is we think if we have started something, we have to finish it.
Hmm.
Book is not a relationship you are committed to. If you feel like it, read it.
Yes.
Elsewise, change the book, change the pages. Just whenever you have a free time, stick to reading a book, any kind of book, any page.
Yeah.
Don't have to. That
Randomly open up a page, start reading.
Anything.
It's not. You should not be like, I have started this book today. In 4 weeks, I have to finish it. I'll start one page by one page.
If it's a storybook, you have to read from first page, but in general.
Okay.
So main thing about books is what we usually do. I think this comes from our school propaganda, that we think we should remember everything in this book, so we write down points. So we highlight some things, so we can remember that later, and we have to finish that book now. Why? Because we have started reading that, so we have to do it perfectly. That's the point. But that's the exact opposite, I guess. You are reading this book not to remember it, just to understand it.
Of course.
So you might think after finishing book you are not able to recall anything from the book, but whenever that particular situation come to you in your life, that learning will hit back. So it's not like you will remember perfect words, but you will understand what to do.
Yeah,
that's the whole point of reading this kind of books. So just go through it. Take a glance. How do you feel? You should whenever I try to read some books, I imagine sometimes you can relate to this. We imagine the story and we are into it.
Of course.
Like a movie, and that
we center the whole with ourselves at the center.
So that only happens when you are reading without taking notes or without stopping. Just go through that flow, and that gives you that teaching. Because whenever you are reading one book, what happens is, if you try to meet those extraordinary successful people who wrote that books, I guess it will cost us fortune to meet them for half an hour also.
Of course.
So we can experience their whole life in that 200, 500 books.
200, 300 pages.
So we are peaking in their life. So just go through that flow. Don't need to remember anything.
Yes.
And if you don't feel like completing the book, just leave it. It's not like that you have to complete that particular book.
Okay. Yeah, going forward, along with exercise, books, as you mentioned, having discipline in life is necessary. Doing a diet for like 4 months or 4 weeks, and then continuing later on with all the fast food or whatever, going on frenzy with eating anything, anyhow, anytime. So that's not, you have to maintain a lifestyle for it. It's not a short-term thing that you'll do it for once and a whole life would be sorted. You have to completely follow it day in, day out. It's a complete different lifestyle that you have to follow if you want to get into that good physique, good nutrition, proteins, carbohydrates that you want to take inside your body. So I want to talk more about what we take inside our body and what we should not. Starting from going, you are not a big fan of, you hate fast food. I can say you are not a big fan of fast food. Why is that, and why do you think that picture came in your life?
If I tell you to put a diesel in a petrol car, what comes to your mind? Just because this machine is so good that it can run on diesel or anything kerosene, does not mean you should put that in your body. Your body is not designed for fast food.
But there are millions of people worldwide who are eating that for daily.
And they are wrong. You can say that from statistics. 3 out of 1 is diabetic. 3 out of 1 is overweight in America. That's the wrong way. You can say that from statistics. You don't have to go through that experience that you have done something wrong. It's not designed for your body. So you don't eat it. You are not living for eating. We are eating for living.
Of course. What do you think about fast food? When do you, did you quit fast food at some point of in your life, or from a very early age you are not eating anything about fast food?
That's not the case. Obviously, in my school days, I have eaten bakery products.
Okay.
Not fast food particularly, because that was not available at that time. But yeah, I have eaten bakery products. But eventually, as I understand about myself, I can say, or in general human physics, I just stick to the healthy eating because again it helped me to excel in a sport I was in, and I can experience that whenever I am eating some food that I shouldn't probably, I can feel that on a field. So that my stomach is not that much good, my physique is not. So for that purpose only, I try to stick to the, because my focus was to, I was a captain of a kabaddi team, so my main focus was to play that sport well. So I guess at that time I didn't thought that much that yeah I should health and everything. No, that's not the case. I just stick to the healthy diet because it helped me in my sport.
Yeah, this has been a great factor in increasing obesity or wide range of diseases that today's generation has. But along with that, non-veg is also a big question. Most of the people today, the millennials or you can say Gen Z, are trying to shift from non-veg to just like vegan is the new trending thing that is happening. What is your opinion on it? Why have you quit non-veg? I know from your past that you were a very big fan of it and you used to eat a very non-veg a lot. And how did you arrive to the conclusion that no, it's not necessary to the body or it is harmful if it is? And what are you pursuing right now?
So the thing is, I'm not against it as of now. It's just the personal, in my personal experience, I feel very light when I try to switch to a vegetarian diet. I'm not 100% vegetarian, by the way. Maximum I stick to the vegetarian food. I try to eat vegetarian food because I can feel that what we say light stomach.
Yes.
And it's my personal experience that I feel that I am what we say a bit more active when I stick to the maximum vegetarian diet. So yeah, so that's the case for me. But I guess it's about your personal experience. If you try doing that, try doing maximum vegetarian food, try eating maximum vegetarian food, and if you feel that difference, then yeah, it's on you, I guess.
With your experience with your startup, we are going to talk a lot about it later on. But right now, I have some questions regarding food. Like, what is that one thing that is harmful, but when we buy a product which goes from farm to our table, it is unknowingly harmful to us, but we are still consuming it day to day in day to day life.
No doubt, cold drinks. I mean, it's not in a particularly, I guess, that matches what you asked. But I guess cold drinks, we should skip that thing entirely. Because if, assume, if it's one thing, at least something in it should be okay to eat, okay? It's nothing in that cold drink. I can say that what is it? Carbonated drinks with a lot of sugar added. To suppress that sugar, they add some another chemicals in it. So that and again, if you are eating heavy sugar, you eat more because your insulin hits after that
Yes.
sugar.
It has to
heavy
maintain
sugar
a
intake.
certain level.
So you have to eat more. It helps you. What I can't say. I can't even utter the word help. It's a useless thing, I guess. So the first thing comes to my mind is cold drinks. We have water and juices, coconut water, anything. But I think we should skip juices, sugar in particular.
Oh, nice. Anything like you in the last podcast also you mentioned the statement that आपण जे पोटात घालतो ते आपण रस्त्यावरनं विकत घेतो आणि जे आपण पायात वापरतो चप्पल ते आपण प्रॉपर दुकानातनं विकत घेतो. तर ही एक गोष्ट मला खूप हिट झाली होती की बरोबर आहे विचार केला तर आपण भाज्या 10 रुपयाला रस्त्यावरनं विकत घेतो आणि पायात घालायला जॉर्डन्स पाहिजे, नायकी पाहिजे. पण प्रॉपर स्टोर्समधनं घेतो. तर ही मेंटॅलिटी नाही पण असं काय झालं की हे सिच्युएशन वी आर इन दिस सिच्युएशन wherein vegetables we have to buy for 10 rupees on a which is very unhygienic, kept in a very unhygienic condition. And is there something that we can do to change this scenario?
I think this condition it is because of very basic things. First of all, shoe is what we say particularly comfort or luxury product, you can skip shoes. No worries. But you can't skip food. It's a
Yes.
necessity. So it has to available to everyone as low price as possible because it's food. Everyone needs it. So, and if it's at a low price, it won't have that um, same experience when you are buying shoes. So I'm just saying that whenever you are choosing to buy something from a market, choose wisely. That's it. If you are choosing to buy vegetables particularly or fruits, try to stick to the uh, what we say our seasonal fruits. The fruits which are available 20, I guess say 12 months, that's but probably not designed for you. If you are eating some exotic fruits, just a simple logic, it doesn't grow in your area, so probably you don't need it
Not
that much.
necessary.
And what happens in that process is you spend much more on that exotic fruits and exotic veggies, and you think that eating healthy is expensive. It's not that expensive. It's so you just you choose seasonal fruits and seasonal vegetables, and yeah, that's the way to.
You have like worked for your startup in food domain itself. What was your perspective to start this? How did you want to help the society, or what was that kick in your mind that no, I want to leave my engineering, the education that I took. I want to leave well-paid job in a company, and I want to go to the grassroots and start a company and help.
Okay, this is the interesting question. Okay, so first of all, it's not me. I have fortunate enough to meet some amazing people who are with me in this part together. Uh, and I just want to say this in general about my friends from school, from colleges, SJ, or from PICT. I don't know what I did to deserve them, but they were extremely supportive whenever I needed them, and because of them only I can do what I am doing right now. So it's not me. Yeah, we are a team, and we are in this together. So and why I chose particularly, that's the very, I guess, basic question. Everyone, each and every one of us has this question at some point in our life.
Of course.
Yeah, because always we are thinking about whether I should do this or that. So let's take this example. Okay, you are sitting on one Sunday evening, beautiful evening. You are sitting by a lake, enjoying the beautiful view, having a cup of tea and a snack, and enjoying this view. You have worked past 6 days, and this is your free time. This is your time. You are happy. Suddenly, you see one bird in open skies, and you think, what an amazing life that bird has. He is free. He is he can just, and he don't have to go to the work tomorrow, I guess, without any stress, anything else. He can enjoy this life probably daily, and what a life that bird has. But if you just think about it, that bird has probably not eaten anything from morning, so it is only focused to get something in his stomach. It doesn't see that view. Nevertheless, he doesn't care about the view. He wants something to eat so that he can survive. At least survive. I'm not saying anything about enjoyment
Lavish.
and everything, lavish things. That's human things only. It's time to survive, and on top of that, he has to take care of himself from predators so that he himself doesn't become a food.
Yes.
And nature is not as kind as I think our human society. If it if he doesn't get any food, yeah, he will sleep hungry. No one is going to help. No one is going to come to you and help yourself. That's the rule of the nature, I guess. Cowards, I guess, they never live. Weaks die within the process, and only strongest survive.
Yeah.
So, and now you think about it, yeah, your life is amazing. You have everything.
We have built a very comfortable, cozy lifestyle.
Cozy life.
Even if we are not bringing something to the table, there's someone who will help you. Definitely.
So it's game of expectations. You were happy first, then you saw the bird. You were suddenly not feeling that good about yourself, again you change the perspective, you are happy again. It's a game of a comparison. But the point is, the ceiling of a social hierarchy is very that much high that no one could virtually hit it. So it's the game that never could be won, I guess. The only way is not to fight to begin with in this game. So this is a game of a comparison. We think if you are doing a job, I should start a business. If you think you are doing a business, I should start a government job or something that must be easier. Usually the questions we ask ourselves is, do you want to be your own boss? Yes, I do. Do you want to make a lot of money? Yes, I do. Do you want to take vacations whenever you need it? Yes, I do. But is it the right questions? You should ask. I think the right questions is, do you want to work 8 hours a day or 24 hours a day? Because that whenever you are doing something business and everything is on you, you can't forget about that, I guess.
It's always in the
It's
mind.
always in the mind.
I've been that for my entire life. Having a family business, we are always thinking, no matter we are on dinner table, we'll be discussing what happened today, what we can improve, or how did we incur that loss, how can we recover that. So it's always going on the mind, what can I improve?
So that's the question. Do you willing to have a stable income, or would you do you want to risk every penny on your bank account, not knowing whether it will come back or not?
Yes.
So do you want to have what we say, that kind of lifestyle where you know that you are getting paid at the end of the month, or you you want to work not knowing when you will get paid? It could be months, it could be years. So now, if you answer to this practical question, sir, yes, yeah, you should choose the path. But we only focus on the one side results, I guess. That we see one thing, and the results what drives us. That's the problem, I guess. If it really matches your skill set, I'm not saying that you should do a business, but in particular, if you are doing a business, you might think that that government job is so much easier, this job is so much easier than this, but this is a game of patience. Do you have that patience to work through that corporate hierarchy, work your way up to that through that corporate hierarchy? That needs patience. Do you have that? Do you have that coding skills or anything? That should be the right questions, I guess. So yeah, that's the point. If whenever you are choosing something, ask the right questions first of all. Do you have
we lack the perspective.
We lack the perspective, and the main thing is okay, listen, it's always like job, business, this or that. But it's not that case. It's in our mindset. Whenever we work for a money, either be a job or a business, it doesn't matter. You are employed either by someone, or in business by yourself. You are self-employed. Whenever you are working for a cause, for a passion, that's where switch lies. That's the difference between ordinary startup and big business. And by the way, this startup fancy term, I guess, I can do anything and call it a startup. I can just open anything tomorrow, it's in the loss, and I can say that yeah, my startup is in cash burn phase. Not knowing will it get profitable, and how you don't have any plan how it's gonna be turn profitable, and you can say that yeah, I have a startup and that acceptable in the society. I don't know why. I can on top of that, I just can open a Instagram page and I can call it a startup.
Can be.
So it's a very fancy word. Okay, let's take this example. If I told you, yeah, we have this startup where we deliver fresh farm milk to the consumers. Yeah, we are D2C business. We deliver direct to consumers, and on top of that, we have a totally grass fed. Our animals are totally grass fed. We are take care of total hygiene. And once you subscribe to us, our delivery agents will deliver, and delivery agents will take care of the rest. In simple words, मी गवळ्या आहे. मी गवळ्याचं काम करतोय. Keep it simple. Don't need to, what we say, and what happens is when by saying all these terms, you give so much importance to the basic work. The problem with that is, if you think something is so much important, you fear to make mistakes.
Yeah,
that's the problem. So whenever you think, this is a basic thing, people are doing this from ages, I don't know, Gauli, in so many times, decades, this people are doing these things. So
Yeah,
if
of
you keep it
course.
simple, you don't fear to make mistakes.
Mm.
So you act instantly upon it, and that's where difference lies. So I guess that's the main thing.
Very, very well put it. But yeah, coming back to the question, uh, what do you think is what you are doing right now? How did you reach that path? Like,
So why I chose this?
why you chose that? Like, there might be some certain decisions in life.
Mm.
No, yes, yes, no, yes, no.
Mm.
We know that since the point you joined engineering, you were clear that after a certain point you didn't want to pursue this type of career. So you started reading books, and then you found spirituality and everything else that follows. So, but at a certain point, you might have taken a decision. Yeah, this is my liking, this is my passion, and I want to go here, without thinking whether I'll be making any money with it or no. So that is the question, and that decision, most of us may not be able to take, because it's a very ferocious world out there. Everyone judges you, everyone questions you. There are a lot of neighbors, relatives, family, friends who are going to ask, क्या कर रहे हो अभी, क्या चल रहा है, कितना कमा रहे हो, कौन सा घर है, क्या है, गाड़ी कौन सा है, all these questions. But going out of that mindset, following your own passion, may it be giving a less amount of money, but something that makes you happy. So you might have also gone through this phase. How was your decision in that?
So yeah, this is a very important question. I guess I'm glad you asked. It's rare to find visionaries who understand scope of their work at its inception only. कार्याच्या प्रारंभातच त्याची परिणिती समजणारे द्रष्टे दुर्मिळच आहेत. These are some few lines, I guess, Kusmagraj wrote. I can that explains this beautifully. पिंजरा तोडून मुक्त झालेला तो पक्षी जखमी पंखातील रक्ताने हिरव्या भूमीवर नागमोड उमटवीत उडतो आहे आपल्या घरट्याकडे, कदाचित आपल्या मृत्यूकडेही. पण त्याच्याकडे पाहणारं हे सारं आकाशही हिरावून घेऊ शकत नाही त्याचा आनंद रक्ताने माखलेला आणि अभिमान पिंजरा तोडल्याचा. यू वर्क फॉर दॅट हॅपीनेस इन अ प्रोसेस, for that pride. It doesn't matter what it's going to cost you. If you want to pursue a pleasure from swimming in a sea, you have to leave the shore.
Of course.
You have to accept those waves. I guess you have to accept the challenges of those waves and those salty kisses. You have to leave the shore for that. And life is non-predictable. The child who is preparing for medical might not get to a medical. The girl who wants to be a dancer do a BCom and has to do a quiet job now. The most intelligent boy in our family suddenly turns to alcoholism and cigarettes. Life is unpredictable. One has to just look around to see how many men end up marrying love of their lives, and how many women have to carry their men they don't like for the lifetime.
Yes.
Some unknown force descends and foils the man's plan. You can never plan your life.
Your dream, not plans.
You can
your
plan
dream.
your tasks. You can't plan your life. So you will always have that confusion that whether this will work or not. In any case, if you just think about it, you can just say this one thing, that is, सत्य पाहता मृत्युभूमी हे सत्य आहे. The only thing you can, at this exact point, you can say that is completely true, that you will die one day. I will die one day. That's the only truth.
Yes.
You say anything else, and that might be 99.999% true, but that 0.1%
Still exists.
That's the only truth, that I will die one day. That's it. So life is unpredictable. You are going to face these challenges. So why I chose this in particular? Yeah, for that happiness in the process, for the cause. Yeah, and talking about cause, it should be a right cause. Okay. You know beaver bird, सुगरण आपण म्हणतो ज्याला मराठी.
ऐकलंय.
सुगरण builds his nest with a great effort.
Okay.
And on the other side, spiders, also build their nest. What we say, no, not a nest, a web,
Web.
with a great efforts. They both are masterpiece of nature.
Yes.
Yeah, if you think about it, we from our childhood we are taught not to disturb that nest, and and even that beaver leaves the nest, we use that particular nest as a showpiece in our home. And on the other hand, whenever we see one web at a corner, we just demolish it. We never think about it twice. Both took tremendous efforts.
Yes.
But the difference is, one is designed to nurture the life, while other one designed to kill it. Intentions matters. Cause matters. If your cause is not good and you're putting your everything in it, you will not be respected. What it's gonna cost for a society? Cause matters. I guess yeah, that put this beautifully, and that's why we chose this path, because it's, I don't know what will happen. Yeah, nobody does, but I just feel happy doing this thing.
That's what is necessary
That's
to
what
sleep peacefully.
matters. Even if I die tomorrow, I am happy. I died while trying. That's the only thing when that, what we say, helped me to sleep peacefully.
I gave efforts, I failed, I rose again, I tried. I may pass, I may fail, I don't know, but I'm giving my effort.
I'm giving my effort, and yeah, I tried first. That's it. You are doing particular thing and yeah, cause. That's, I guess, main difference between a normal business and a big business. That's a cause, purpose. That's where difference occurs. That what are your causes behind anything, any venture you have started? If you subtract, what we say, if you subtract sun from the rays, nothing remains.
Of course.
If you subtract soil from the pot, nothing remains. If you subtract purpose from the business, you are listening me, nothing remains.
Yes.
It's a normal thing. You will be a common, what we say, you will have a common life because you don't have that purpose for which you can compromise other things.
Do you think the purpose has to be helping the world?
Yes.
Or there can be a difference. Earning money, let's say, earning money, being materialistic. I'm doing this business because I want to earn money. May it be a right way, may it not be a right way. I'm stealing data. I'm like using it in a wrongful way. So, but I'm getting money. I'm building up my assets, whatever it might be. So, do you think like every purpose should be to help the world, or there can be purposes to earn money?
I guess
Or is it bad?
Two different questions. Yeah, I'm not saying world is a fair. We are adults. We know world is unfair. That's not the point. The point is what you are doing. What is your purpose in your life? That's what reflects in your business. Fine. You will get money. But the catch is, if you work for money,
you
will not have enough.
Never.
I'm not saying that enough is too little. That's not the case. Enough is not too little. It's, I guess, exact opposite. But if you have that hunger for insatisfied or insatiable thirst for more, you will push yourself to the point of regret. That's all I'm saying. If you are working for your purpose in right way, money is a byproduct. You will have that. That's not the point. But if you are working for money, that's the catch. This main catch lies.
Yeah, totally. How do you think one can fetch this purpose in life at a very early age? We all know the concept of ikigai, a thing that you like, that world needs, and that will fetch you enough money to survive. So the combination of all three things is ikigai, is your thing that you must do theoretically, but it doesn't happen most of the time. What do you think, how to center out to this exact position so that everyone lands on their ikigai?
All I'm saying is, money is a byproduct. If you work for a cause, you will automatically get a money. That's not, I'm not saying that you will skip that part. You will get that. Yeah, how to find the purpose? I guess you have to try. You are trying, let me take this. Okay, you are doing a particular job. Let's say job of coding.
Yeah.
To earn money. If your main motive is to earn money, you will not focus on your coding. You don't like it. Okay, this makes sense. Let's think like that. The only purpose you are in this job to earn money. So you are not focused. This is not your forte. Coding is not your forte. You are not in this for a coding. So what happens is you tend not to improve in this field very much.
Surely.
So you lack skills,
Mm.
you will definitely lack expertise.
Mm.
You lack expertise, you will definitely lack money. So I'm saying that if you want to earn money, yeah, keep that the purpose. So try exploring that option. Learn about money. Keep that other part. If you're doing this thing, just focus on that thing.
Yeah.
This will automatically give you that position you are desired of from the start.
Of course.
That's what I'm saying, that you should focus on your cause. Money will come, but if you focused on your money, that's not going to help you, because you won't improve in the process. And if you don't improve, don't have that skills, whatever your thought process might be, you lack that skills, yeah, world is not going to pay you for that thing.
Definitely. Just like the famous movie Three Idiots, said Amir Khan rightly said that don't run behind success, run behind excellence. Success will definitely follow. Eventually, money will follow. So that is what everyone should aim. But yeah, today's world, let me put it this way, like the world has become a very short thing. Everything is on fingertips. You can, I know the world's richest person. Take 300, 400 years back, I don't know who's the world's richest or who's the world's biggest conqueror or anything. So it has become that we are following trends of very few handful amount of people, right? We often tend to miss or learn from people in our vicinity. So what do you think this is going towards?
So yeah, that's the main problem of our generation. We have a lot of information available to
Yes.
us. So what we usually do is we learn from the people whom we respect, but we only respect a few people that is very much successful in our eyes. But the definition of success is different for different people. So you lack most of the knowledge from your surroundings, because that people who you are looking up to is not in your day-to-day life.
Of course.
चिखलातूनही सोनं उचलून घ्यावं. If you have one friend who is a heavy drinker, you can learn what not to do from himself.
Definitely.
So that's the case. The next thing was that we are talking about purpose and everything. How to find that particular thing is for me or not. I guess we have to be prepared for it. Usually if we are trying different things, this is one a very beautiful, I guess, poem from विंदा करंदीकर in मराठी. त्याला तयारी पाहिजे. This is अग्निमुळे प्रगती घडे नाही त्यानेच थिजे. चटका बसे केव्हा तरी त्याला तयारी पाहिजे. फळे पुष्पेन सावली वृक्षातळी या गावली. काटा अभावित बोचता त्याला तयारी पाहिजे. सत्याचा साक्षी ठेवून चालतो जो बोलतो जो बोचतो तो मित्रासही त्याला तयारी पाहिजे. डोक्यावर घेऊन आज जे नाचती येथे घेतील ते पायातळी त्याला तयारी पाहिजे. केले कुणास्तव किती हे कधी मोजू नये होणार त्याची विस्मृती त्याला तयारी पाहिजे. So the main problem is what we can learn from this poem is we want everything. मतलब we want to do good for other people also, then we want him to recognize that we did something for him also.
बरोबर.
We want that respect from everyone also, and that means we want everything. We expect world to be fair to us.
Yes.
We are prepared for unfair things. Yeah, we will be good in those situations. That's the main kick, that you just do that thing for the sake of doing it. Yeah, that's what I guess we will talk about, that help means what, and that's the, I guess we will try towards it.
Of course, surely. Like, so simple, it's right in front of us, but yeah, we need a perspective for it. On the same point of having, you said very well that चिखलातनं पण सोनं उचललं पाहिजे. I have been always with this perspective, like the person who have achieved it, you can learn more from the person who has not, who may be second, because he has the biggest regret. He knows what he's done wrong. The person who's reached there might have reached on, like, let's say first attempt or like 100th attempt, but the person who has not reached there knows what all he has done, and still he hasn't reached there. So I've always that with that perspective. Even the statement was taken in the aspirants series. जिसने नहीं सीखा, जो आईएएस नहीं बन पाया, वो ज़्यादा अच्छी तरह से सिखा सकता है कि क्या करना चाहिए so that you become an IAS officer. So that's the thing that I had always in my life and have always followed those things. Yeah, I asked the question, is it always purpose has to be always like helping someone or helping the world? What do you think is a good help?
I read a lot about this particularly word seva service from Vivekananda, and I found it very accurate or on the point to be exact. सेवेने माणूस उंचावतो, भिकेने माणूस लाचार होतो. Service exempts that man particular whom we are offering a service. You see that particular logo where the man who is offering a service is asking for a permission. You see that logo, what we say, that picture, the man who is offering service is तो असा वाकला आहे आणि जो सर्व्हिस स्वीकारत आहे तो उभारला आहे. That's the main point of it. That if you are helping somebody and you have captured that everything in a camera, you are taking his bites, how this makes you feel and everything, that's a blow on his self-esteem.
Yeah.
That person could never stand again on his own feet because his self-esteem is gone, his image is gone.
Zero.
So what you have really done? Is it really helping somebody? I don't think so. And this emotion that I feel bad for him and mercy is a very weak emotion, I guess. This is your weakness, and yeah, brands exploit that particular weakness. For example, you are standing at a signal, I guess red signal is red, there's 10 seconds to go. You see one beggar lady with his three homeless lady with three children, and you feel bad for her. You want to help her. That emotion suddenly came to you, and yeah, 3, 2, 1 signal turns to green. You forget that everything. You forget everything. That's how fleeting that emotion is. Compassion is the key. Compassion, करुणा, दया आणि करुणा यामधला हा फरक असावा कदाचित. Compassion is the key and before we help somebody, we have to help ourselves. If I am, that's the main point. Okay, in aeroplane also they said that in case of emergency, first put your oxygen mask, then help somebody. So what is society? You, me, our friends. Yeah, that's society. That's you're part of society. If you are helping yourself, it's eventually gonna help a society. Help means what? Listen, I am not disciplined in my life. I have achieved nothing because I am not disciplined in my life. And I am standing for global warming. Serious topics like global warming, climate change. That's my opinion is, and this is my view, that this if I am not disciplined and I'm standing for this kind of topics, this is only to look good in front of my friends.
Yes. In the reality, you might be using a lot of products which is actually causing global warming.
Your opinion doesn't matter.
No. Actions
matters. If you are helping yourself, you are disciplined enough, you are achieved something in life. Let's take this example. If a very I guess say beggar says that poverty should end, that's not going to make much difference. I'm not saying that is
not
wrong,
at all.
but not going to make much difference. On the other hand, if some entrepreneur or say Ratan Tata says poverty is a bad thing, yeah, that is a serious thing. Okay, we have to think about it. So if you are helping yourself, you will land up in a
certain place wherein your word will be respected, and your word has more than respected, it is valued.
Yeah, so you are on top of that hierarchy. So then you can help others. Then you can give him a hand. If you are below him, how you can help him? Okay?
Yes.
So that's the main point. So help in general is that educating somebody, making him stand on his own feet.
Yes.
That's where difference lies. If I am helping particular village daily, I am providing them everything, I guess, food and water. The very moment I stop that, now what happens is they are dependent on me. They stop doing everything else.
They don't know.
They don't know anything else. And the very moment I stopped doing that, that village is devastated, gone. What have I done? Again, educations, I'm not talking about Mahavidyalan education. इन विवेकानंद's वर्ड्स, जे शिक्षण माणसाला स्वतःच्या पायावर उभे शकत नाही ते शिक्षण नव्हे, जे शिक्षण परसेवा तत्परता सिंहासारखे बल निर्माण करू शकत नाही ते खरे शिक्षण नव्हे. अँड दॅट्स वॉट आय रिअली लाईक अबाउट विवेकानंद बुक्स, दॅट they really open your eyes, I guess. In last previous episode we talked about something spirituality and everything, and we usually link that thing to a dharmikta, righteousness. But yeah, again Vivekananda said that beautiful, that धर्माचे रहस्य आचरणात आहे, शुष्कमतवादात नव्हे. जो प्रभू प्रभू म्हणून ओरडतो तो खरा धार्मिक नव्हे, जो प्रभूला पसंत आहे ते कार्य करतो तो खरा धार्मिक.
बरोबर.
And I guess that's what we need. We have to work on everything. Now what happens is, if we see something, we will put that thing, I guess we post that something about it, we'll say something about it, but where are actions? No. Yeah, I don't say it doesn't make a difference. Yeah, it does. But if you are in a certain position, you are top of the hierarchy, you can your opinions will be taken seriously, and you can help many people according to your view.
Of course. These conversations never end. There's a lot of things that we are going to keep on talking, but yeah, we do have time restriction, and I want to ask a couple of more questions on being focused in life. Why do you think everyone should fetch first the focus, the calmness in life, the poised attitude that we say to have? Because in this multitasking world, everyone is doing, everyone wants to do all the things at one time. Like, I want to check my emails, I want to listen to the song, I'm doing something on WhatsApp, there's notification popping up. All these things are happening around. Someone is shouting, my mom is shouting from a different room to do something. So this is what our life has become, and maybe we are losing on the focus that we should have, which will definitely help us achieve more. Maybe some are benefiting from the multitasking, but the way you have focused yourself, the calm posture that you maintain, why is it necessary to have it? And in basic words, how can someone get to it?
First of all, we have to accept that human being is a confused species. Okay.
Totally.
विचारी माणसाला संभ्रमाचा शाप लाभला आहे. If you are thoughtful, you will have a confusion.
Yes.
So congratulations, you are thoughtful if you have confusion. Okay.
Yeah.
So I read this lines, I guess, in SGI. I asked God, why you wonder so much about human? He said he loses his health to get money, and then spends his money to get a health back.
Yes.
Okay. He loses a present in a future worries, and he can't have a future because he never lived in a present.
Yes.
He lives as if he never dies, and dies as if he never lived. We are always confused what to do. Either choose to choose this or this one. How Apokale says very beautifully that thank God in their book Ampan Sare Arjun. That's must read, I guess. They say very beautifully, thank God breathing is in parasympathetic system. If it's on me, I could have died wondering whether to breathe in or out. So yes, we have
तसे भरपूर गोष्टी आहेत आपल्या बॉडीमध्ये की जे आपल्या परमिशनसाठी थांबत नाहीत, आणि जर थांबल्या असत्या तर मग आपण ह्युमन रेस नसली असती.
So yeah, we are a confused species to start with. निर्विचारी आणि विचारहीन दोघे सारखे दिसतात. ओके, बट देयर आर ह्यूज डिफरन्स इन देम. निर्विचारी आणि विचारहीन एका बालकामधला आणि एका विद्वत्ता लाभलेल्या वृद्धामधला जमीन आसमानातील फरक आहे. बरोबर. विचारहीन लहान मुलं आहेत, but they have never experienced the life. Their only work is to sleep, eat, and sharir dharma. But vicharhinta, that's something different. Okay, you have everything in your mind, and you try to choose one thing out of that one. Because look, at this moment, either I am choosing to sleep, or I can choose to read something. Yes, it's only one decision at a time. One decision at a time. For that, our minds needs to be at a present moment before that, because you can never win in a future or past, because that's not a reality.
That's gone, and that's in future.
It's illusion. So how can you win in illusion? First, take your mind to a present state. Then why this is important is, okay, if you are confused enough you can't make a right decisions. So how to increase your focus? You will. I'm not saying that by meditation. Once you achieve mastery over meditation, no thought will come to your mind, I guess, without your permission. And I guess we are confused because we are stressed in some way, some way or other.
Of course,
And
daily.
daily, and we are stressed because we ignore things we shouldn't ignore.
Yeah.
We are not stressed. We are not going to the gym because we are stressed. That's not the case. You are not going to the gym. That's why you are stressed.
Yes.
So
One leads to the another.
one leads to the another, and but I think that's different. That's definition of stress is different for me. From I take this from Kusmagraj, I guess, if I remember well, if I'm not wrong. They say, I don't allow personal sorrow to surround me, knowing in the country where millions of people have the question what to eat and where to live tonight, a person like me should never utter a word personal sorrow or stress in my entire life. In this country where millions have the question what to eat tonight, what to feed your family, you have stress. What kind of stress? Come on, man. What are you talking about?
What is it? What are your sorrows?
What are your sorrows
compared to that?
So when you understand that main point, main stress things gets away. That's not anything to deal with depression and everything. We just make a huge thing out of it, and it boils down to nothing. You are just overthinking. You are just overthinking. That's what I follow. That if I am having food on my table and shelter over my head, there is nothing in my life that is worst enough to stress about.
Yeah.
I have everything basic needs. No, you are stressing about.
Definitely.
So when you understand that everything can be handled, the main factor goes out of the way, that is stress. So because whenever you are running, I said it previously, you can't eat a food while running. So if you are in a stress, you can't make, your mind is not at a, what we say, where I don't know where it is.
It's beautifully put.
Yeah.
You can't eat while running. You cannot think clearly while you are stressed.
Yeah, they say no. If you are happy,
you'll keep on overthinking.
If you are, don't make decision when you are sad. Don't give promises when you are happy. Because your mind is not in the right stage, okay, stable, neutral stage. So I'm not saying once you start meditating or anything, no thought will come to your mind. That's utter nonsense, I guess. According to me, yeah, some people achieve that. That's their talent and pratibha, I guess. But according to me, it's not going to happen like that. That no thought will come to you or no emotion will come to you. It's not the case. What happens in stress is you are at this particular moment where you can't figure out something. Okay, that's the point. And you haven't practiced this kind of things beforehand. So now this is your first time experience and you will make mistakes. So it's very natural to do so. So the main motive behind meditating is to face that condition before. If I am explaining this correctly, I guess, if I am sitting right here for a half an hour straight, yeah, you think your feet is hurting, your back is hurting a little bit, but that's a normal. Because if I am sitting right like this is a comfortable position. If I am sitting like this is the ideal position, but this is not comfortable. That's why it's hurting.
Yeah.
How you can identify that? Let's take this example. You are very much tired. Difference between physical tiredness and mental tiredness. And suddenly your friend calls you up, or your girlfriend calls you up. That stress, I guess, that tiredness is gone in a moment. Okay, on a blink of eye, that's gone, because that's in the mind. I guess I can say that. So same way, whenever you're trying to, what we say, do a meditation, the main motive, it's not going to happen like no thought will
keeping thoughts away. It's free flowing of the thoughts so that you can reach, you can just keep on thinking.
Yeah, just choose the thought from which you can do something today
in the present.
Yeah, that's the key. If I'm thinking I want my business at this level, but I
don't.
Okay, so what should I do for that? I can't figure out one thing to do from that. Okay, but the another thought comes which says that this customer doesn't likes my food. Okay, I should listen to him because I can do right now. I can do something right now. Okay, from that thought. So you choose like that. Whether it has some actions in present or else this doesn't matter. Okay, because the things you can't do, how can you? It means is adhikaramadhis nahi tumchata. You can't improve on anything which is not in hand. So that's the key. Focus. Why we need focus? We don't have focus because we don't practice focus. first thing is, how do you practice one thing? You can achieve anything, but we have to practice that. We never practice focus. That's why we lack focus.
Yeah.
And what we do is we use mobile sometimes or laptops, and then we say, yeah, I rest. Yeah, that was my rest day. Now I'm gonna work. But the problem is, you are over focused for a whole day. Okay, I don't know if I'm explaining this right. If you are using mobile, you are totally focused on that thing.
Yeah.
No other thought comes to your mind. So you are already over focused.
Yes.
So then you are keeping this thing aside and trying to read book. Your mind is tired of being focused.
Yeah.
So it just
It will wander.
Main thing about, and then also you might have heard this, when we are reading book, we read for 25 minutes. I don't know what they call, or 5 minutes we took a rest. We take a rest. A rest means just lie there or sit there doing nothing. So we let our mind roam freely, so that we can again focus on for next 30 minutes.
Yes.
So we are usually over focused. So that's why we can't focus when we are set up that screens and anything. That's the main key. To when you are taking rest, stay away from those gadgets. Just sit there, lie around, and do nothing. Give your mind chance to roam anywhere. I guess anything he can think of, and then you try to focus him. I think that will improve your results.
Next work. This is really amazing, and I would like to end this podcast on this great note. But yeah, once again, you have just startled our minds and again put us to overthink on the point, like how we are how we are living our lives.
And that as a compliment, I guess.
But that's great. That was one another deep conversations with you, and these would never end. Definitely. And everyone should have this perspective, or at least there should be one person like you who will at least guide, because we are just running behind the bus and we don't know what if the bus stops. Maybe some people know, but a lot of don't. So that's how we can get back to tracks. I'm really thank you for giving your valuable time, and thank you for being here again on this podcast. Thank you for sharing all your, like, the knowledge that you have acquired over years, from the books, from the poems, from the quotes, everything. Just putting it out is I always believe that if I want to learn something, if I go out and start, I'll have to start from the basics, learn something, take out. Rather, I can just approach someone who is very good in it, spend an hour with him, and learn all those things. What he has learned over last 5 years. That's the thing. So thank you for sharing all the things.
Thank you.
And let's keep on spreading these good things.
I guess it never ends. Thank you very much for having me. I was really excited to be here, and whenever you call me on this podcast, I again think on my perspectives, and that helped me also to gain more clarity on it. So thank you for having me.
I'm glad. Thank you everyone for listening to the entire podcast. Keep on listening to Unboxing Stories.